Hello, everyone. We are here at Academy Day number 9, and I'm having the pleasure of meeting Teddy from Quixel once more. So, Teddy, for those of you seeing you for the first time, a brief introduction about you and what is Megascans?
All right. So my name is Teddy Bergsman. I'm founder and CEO of Quixel. We try to create kind of the world's largest scan library. So every day we just travel the world. We try to capture everything around us. Typically, we've worked a lot in the games and films industries for about 8 years. Most of the games and films that you see today use Megascans. But for us, Archviz is an incredibly exciting space, and so currently we're targeting kind of understanding the needs of this industry, and just pumping out a lot of cool assets.
Great. So we've seen some of the progress you've made in the presentation that you made earlier, and you mentioned that the team has grown from 10 people to 100. So can you tell us a little bit about that process and what it is that you are working on now within the Archviz and what it is that you focus on in that field specifically?
Yeah. So for the first 5 years of the company was really just me, Vakar, another person, Victor Öhman. And it was really hard for us to grow the company. We just didn't know how to do it. So that kind of led to a situation where you're always overworked, you're stressed, and you don't have the time to kind of look for other people. But eventually, over the years, people started getting interested in the company and started approaching us instead. And we started finding people that were, really good candidates. And so bit by bit, over time, we hired a few people, and over the first 6 years, we were now 10 people. And that's kind of when the turning point happened. We got in a few key people who were very experienced. They had built companies as well before, so they had vast networks. And from that point on, we started scaling up the company quite a bit with their help. And also, over these past couple of years, we built relationships, and they kind of come into fruition at some point. And it just started taking off. We had the financial resources to finally kind of invest in growing the teams because Megascans was so heavily adopted. And now we've grown the team, as you said, by 90 people in the past 2 years, and we're focusing almost all of this effort and all of this talent into the Archviz industry, because this is really one of the bigger industries that I find most interesting. And whatever we scan for these people will be inherently useful for games and film as well. It's just that you guys are experts at architecture, and that will help a lot.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the various tools that come with the Megascans subscription and library, and if and there's a use of machine learning already inside that process?
Yes. So first of all, you have the library, which is an ever-expanding kind of database. Then you have the Quixel Bridge, which makes it really easy for you to kind of export the assets into any DCC or engine with support for almost all renderers. So basically just drag dropping assets from the library into whatever application that you prefer. Then we have Quixel Mixer, which is a very straightforward and simple tool for kind of designing materials. So for those cases when you have very specific material needs and can't find the asset that you're looking for, you can create it from scratch in a very short amount of time. It's a very simple layer-based system. You just paint, you drag sliders, and that's it.
And how does machine learning come into play?
So machine learning is something that we've been exploring quite a lot over the past 2 years. It's something that's inherent within our technology now. Number one, for analyzing the needs of people who browse the site and for planning out our scanning trips automatically. But also, we use machine learning in our processing pipeline because we try to process incredibly advanced, complex data, and we try to make sense of it. And traditionally, it took us a long time to produce assets. It could take 2 to 3 weeks for just a single 3D asset. But now we're relying more and more on machine learning to help us tile things, help us fill holes, and just accelerate our production in general.
And maybe you can tell us a little bit about the expeditions. What does it take for you to do such an expedition? How many people go? How often do you do that?
So we do expeditions every day. So we're 100 people globally. We're on 5 different continents, scanning all the time. So we do small excursions every day, with teams of 3 to 4 people. But then about 2 times every quarter, we bring everyone together from all over the world into a singular scan trip. And this is an opportunity for people to get to know one another better and to learn from one another, and for us to also try new hardware, because we constantly try to improve the hardware that we build. We build all of our scanners, and we always want to push the envelope of what's possible. So about 2 times a year we try to, or 2 times per quarter we try to reiterate on our technologies at all times.
Can you tell us a little bit about the advancement in the technology and the hardware technology? Because you did mention something about the scanners changing from the limitations of the 2x2 or 4x4 size scanning. So what are you capable of doing right now?
So now we can scan pretty much any size, any direction, any shape. So anything from surfaces to complex 3D objects of sizes up to, a landscape is now possible. Traditionally, we built really big and heavy boxes that were really hard to lug around, and they were portable, but not very portable. Now the technology has evolved to the point of being just a 2.5 kilogram machine that's fully portable. It's very easy to use and easy to learn, so that allows us to scale teams quickly as well, because now we have a very automated production and scanning pipeline.
Okay. And in terms of what we can expect from Quixel and Megascans in the future, can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect in the coming weeks, months?
Of course. So a big push for interiors and exteriors. So that means kind of huge concrete slabs, huge marbles, floor tiles, bricks, fabrics, carpets, metals, just a lot of clean surfaces that have been highly requested, like boring things like wall paints, but they are inherently very useful, and so we try to focus a lot on scanning them. Also, we're going to see a lot of Icelandic assets. We spent a month there with the entire scanning team. We scanned more in that month than we scanned for the past 7 years as a company, because we were deploying the latest technologies and they're significantly faster. So we're going to see a lot of Icelandic assets coming into the site as well, but also tools specific for the archivist industry. So floor generators that are very easy to use, brick wall generators, and some other secret stuff that we have in the making.
Okay, that sounds super exciting. So thank you very much for being here with us, and I'm looking forward to see you here the next year as well. And that will be all from us, so see you in the next interview.